My name is Anmol Bhutani and today I am going to explain the 5.2C task. Firstly, in this task, we need some hardware components. Here you can see Raspberry Pi, 3 LEDs of different colors, a resistor, a breadboard, and 4 jumper wires. This is quite similar as we have done things in the 5.1p task. In that task, we were controlling the LEDs on and off with the buttons, and in this task, we are controlling the intensity of the LEDs with the slider bars. Firstly, I am explaining the code of this task. So, here you can see the code. Actually, the main goal of this code is to control the brightness of 3 LEDs red, green, and blue, which are connected to a Raspberry Pi using sliders. The brightness is controlled using PWM, which is pulse width modulation. And in this code, we have imported some header files. The first one is tkinter. This imports the tkinter library, which allows us to create GUI, which is graphical user interface. It is used to create the sliders and buttons to control the LEDs. The second one is tkinter.font. This is for controlling the font style and size in the window. After that, the GPIO 0 import PWM LED header file. This GPIO 0 library makes it easy to control hardware components like LEDs with PWM LED is a specific function used for controlling the LED brightness using PWM. Next one is import RPI.GPIO. This is the library used to interact with the Raspberry Pi GPIO. These pins are used to control the hardware in the case of the LEDs. After that, here we are setting up the LEDs. This line tells the Raspberry Pi to use the BCM pin numbering system, which corresponds to the actual GPIO pin numbers on the board. After that, these lines, red LED, green LED, and blue LED, the 3 LEDs, the numbers 17, 27, and 22 refer to the GPIO pin numbers on the Raspberry Pi, where the red, green, and blue LEDs are connected. The PWM LED function allows us to adjust the brightness by using the PWM. After that, the TK function, this creates the main window for our graphical user interface. After that, this line sets the title of the window to LED intensity control. And this creates a font style that we will use for the text, labels, and buttons. Now, after these all, we are defining the functions of change red value, change green value, and change blue value. Here you can see. These are the functions that run when we move the sliders. They take the slider value 0 to 100 and convert it to a range from zero point 0.0 to 1.0 because the PWM values must be between zero point 0 for off and 1.0 for full brightness. After that, then it adjusts the brightness of the corresponding LED. Like if we talk about the in change red, the brightness value of the red LED is adjusting using red LED dot value is equals to brightness. And similarly, this is this will be happen in the green LED also and in the blue LED also. After these three function, we have made the close function, def close. This function cleans up the GPIO pins and closes the window when we press the exit button or close the window manually. After we made the sliders for each LED, this is for red LED slider, green LED slider and the blue LED slider. In red LED sliders, this line create a text label that says red LED intensity and is displayed in red. After that, this creates the slider for controlling the red LED. It goes from 0 to 100, which means 0% to 100% brightness. And then it runs the change red function when moved. And the same process is following in the green LED slider and in the blue LED sliders. This slider controls the brightness of the green LED and this slider controls the brightness of the blue LED. After that, in last, we make the exit button. This creates an exit button when it is clicked, it runs the close function which safely shuts everything down and closes the window. Here we made the window protocol. This makes sure that if the user clicks the Windows close button, it also runs the close function to clean up the GPIO before exiting, before closing the window. And this window dot main loop keeps the window open and running, and it is waiting for user interaction like moving sliders or clicking the exit button. Now we will talk about the that how the sliders and buttons works with the hardware. Actually, when you move a slider, the change red function runs. Here you can see the change red function runs and it takes the slider value and converts it to 0.5 and sets the red LED to half brightness using. And accordingly, this is also apply with the green LED for the green LED function and for the blue LED function. After that, the exit button, here is the exit button. The exit button runs the close function, which turns off all the LEDs and cleans up the GPIO setup. So here is the entire code which I have fully explained, and also tells about the that how buttons and sliders are integrated with the hardware. Now we are going to see the implementation of the code, and we are going to see our output. Now here we are compiling our code. When we run the code, here it show the sliders for each LED. You can see for red LED, if we move the slider, then you can see red LED is on, and from here we can control the intensity of the red LED. Here you can see, like if I'm take SIT200, then it is more bright, and if I move it back, then it is dim. You can see. Similarly, it is for the green LED. From here we can control the intensity of the green LED. You can see. Similarly, this is for blue LED intensity. You can see. And this is the exit button, which I have explained already. So this is our whole compilation of the code, and here is our circuit. Thank you.